Hello everyone, welcome back. Yesterday's video was mostly me talking, and I apologize for that, or the last video. But I realized I didn't explain. I was talking about knocking it down, turning the ground and everything, but I didn't explain it really good. So I'm gonna attempt to do that today. This ground was plowed. You can see it's been plowed a month or so. You can see regrowth in the cover crop. You can also see where this soil's been turned up, how it's kind of baked out like a brick, and that's what I was talking about. You know, if you turn it over like that. Now if I let it rain on it and soften it up, and just as it dried, it will work a lot better. So the first pass over it, my goal is just to smooth it down. Not do any finishing. There's nowhere near, you know, I gotta kind of go slow and just crawl over it because it is so rough. Tractor's just beating and a bouncing, and just get it reduced down to where I can start working it up. You can see I went over this and then just smoothing it up a little bit. Still quite a few big chunks in it, but we'll work them on down. Now, we had cabbage right here last year, and we didn't get a cover crop on it. And you can see the difference in this versus that over there that was cover cropped. And a big issue, it's not necessarily a problem, but a big issue with the cover crop, and this was pretty short when I plowed it, is the root system. You know, you got all those roots, and it helps hold these chunks together. You can see what I'm talking about. So that's what we're dealing with here. I'm not opposed to cover crops. They serve a good purpose. They have their place, but there's also times when cover crops are they cause a little more issue. But and we've run into that in the next field up. Kind of orientate you here. Field I'm in, 5 acres. There's 5 acres above this field, and then the 5 acres we was working on last night is above that, and over here is another 5 acre bottom. So that's a little bit of orientation. But the field right above me is the field that's not plowed yet, and my guy I farm with was trying to plow it, and the cover crops got a little big up there, and I'll show it to you here in a minute when I get up there. But cover crops got a little big, and it's just choking the plows up. So what I'm gonna do is bring my plows with the coulters on them and see if I can turn it with that. If we can't, we'll mow it, bush hog it, we're getting a good start on that field now. But here is the field to reorientate you. Here's this 5 acres. There's about 5 acres in this strip, and then see the barn above. That's the field we was working in last night. This one was plowed back early. That over there is plowed back early. That's the one that's in question, that field over there. Hopefully we'll get hit this year, but we'll see. I'm gonna go ahead and disc it down when I get tied up here. But right here's the issue we run into tonight, and you can see that he was struggling plowing, and I ran the disc down the middle of it there. The ground is dry and it's compacted, but what we sold in here for cover crop is winter wheat. And yeah, we could cut it, bale it, and all that good stuff, but we don't have time. Now that's the thing with cover crop is timing. You got to get it plowed and worked up in time. But there's probably a couple of issues going on here, but what I'm going to try to do is, like I said, put the coulters on my plows and see if I can get this plowed tomorrow. The plow setup will be critical. I think I can do it. We will find out. We'll probably find out together. But you can see the wheat's pretty good sized. It's about 3 feet tall, but I've done it before. But the biggest thing is, a lot of times what gets you balled up in this is with the plows, you're just kind of pulling through these root balls, and it has a tendency to wrap. So if you're running the coulters, it slices it, then flips it. And but also the plow adjustment is critical. They got to be right, and the speed. You got to run fast enough to get that mess out of there, but not so fast that it's filling the throat of the plow. And there will be a video on that tomorrow. Or today's Thursday, tomorrow's Saturday 1. So we've got to bale that hay tomorrow. It came one. I don't know where you can see the peaks in the distance there. There's 2 peaks. And there's a ridge here with pine trees on it. I don't know if you can see it, but it poured the rain from them pine trees back. I couldn't see nothing up through there a few minutes ago, and it didn't rain a drop here. So we need some rain. We're in the dry category, no doubt about it. But you can see where I pulled the disc down through there. But yeah, what we'll try to do, I'll try to plow this. We'll hook that to his tractor, and then we'll let him be knocking it down, and I'll probably bring the little John Deere and hook the 9-tooth field cultivator to it, and let Levi, my son, be following along fixing ground too. And you can see on the upper end of this field, it's got more clay content, and the clods are even worse. But we'll get them. It just takes time. You just got to keep going over it. And you know, if it's too dry, and I need to clean this tractor out. If it is dry like right now, it makes it more difficult. But you can't always wait for rain, so you just gotta do what you gotta do. So my phone was ringing, but if you like what we're doing, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. You'll know when we put up a video. And if you have a question or comment, please do so. If it's a video you like, give it a thumbs up. We'll see you tomorrow when we're trying to plow that mess. We'll see how it goes too.